in one sentence?
I think probably um, finding beauty in the mundane and everyday objects that we tend to just pass over. By the way, Doug, one correction. I don't want to mislead your viewers. I'm an acrylic artist, never painted with oils, so I don't know if that makes a big difference. But
It's
even your
still
painting,
beautiful.
your painting's going to be acrylic too.
Walk me through what. Tell me, and tell our listeners what acrylic is
Okay.
relative to
Okay.
watercolor or oil.
Okay. Good question. Yeah. So um, I started really painting. You know, as you mentioned in the in your intro, I started painting in 2000, and I had been running for about 30 plus years already. My graphic design firm that I had for nearly 40 years. Started painting at the side, and I painted exclusively with watercolor. So you know, water media. I knew about oil painting, and I admire a lot of even the most famous painters in the world in history are mostly water are oil painters. So anyway, it was just I didn't want to get into the chemicals, and it's a lot of cleanup, and there's the advantage to oils is they don't dry fast, so you can blend. You can go back even a
Mm.
couple days later. You can go back to a painting. You can continue to blend and go over and paint things and change it. With watercolor, it's probably the most. If you ask any artist, it's probably the most difficult. I didn't realize that when I started, but a medium because it's very unforgiving. Once you start, you have to start very light and then build up darker and darker. And if you make a mistake or something, it's really hard to edit out or clean up or take the paint off without damaging the paper. You're always painting on paper. But I got used to it and I got good at it and I really enjoyed it and loved it. So what happened? I painted probably for 10 years or something like that in only watercolor. Then I entered a contest and it was actually it was in the Bay Area where I lived, but an opportunity to paint a mural in our area. But the call to artists went out all over the world. I came to find out, and there were many hundred or 1,000, I don't know, entries. Anyway, I won, so that was a big deal for me. I won uh, the opportunity to do the mural, and murals are always painted with acrylic paint outside. Murals. Even inside ones are, I think, because they're super durable. Okay, the light they're light sunlight resistant, so they won't fade over time, especially if you varnish them. Um, and as far as the ease of painting, oh my gosh, it's so much easier, faster to paint. So I did this mural, and I'm really proud of it. It came out great, and it was a big deal. It was huge. It was like 16 feet by 8 feet, and all with acrylic. Well, I ended up at the end of the job with a whole bunch of acrylic paint.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to give that a try on canvas. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, these watercolors. Every time I finish one, you have to frame it, and you have to put it behind glass because it's very fragile. The sun will fade it if you put it in the sun. If it gets wet at all, it'll ruin it completely. Put it behind glass, frame it. I'm going to say on average it's $300 to $400 to frame a good size, watercolor. So here I am with a house full of $300 to $400. I still don't sell a ton of work. I sell some, and a lot more than I used to. But um, so another great advantage to acrylic is you paint on canvas. You don't have to put any glass on it. You never should put glass on it. And I make my own frames. So,
Wow.
so it's a whole different animal as far as the economics of it, and I love it. It's just easy. I've gotten used to it, and it's so if you screw anything up or you want to change anything, it's so opaque. You can just go right over it and change and add things or whatever you want. Keep painting on it forever if you wanted to. So
So
that's sort of a long-winded answer to that. Sorry.
so no,